Welcome, everybody. My name is Jake Ifshin. I'm host of the Four Gardens podcast and one of the leaders of the Gold Mining Men's Circle. I'm joined today by Kevin Hauber, the main organizer and founder of the circle. Before we get started, please subscribe to this channel to see new content. This video is part of a playlist, so you can keep watching after this to see more related videos. Thanks for coming back on with me today, Kevin. In our first video, you talked about the transition between shadow to light. Would you say more about that transition and how it relates to the Gold Mining Men's Circle?
Well, let me address that by giving a context piece that we use in the gold mining work. This context piece was written by a friend of mine and I. We call it the Warrior of Light. And let me start off with a quote from Richard Rudd, who wrote The Gene Keys. Richard says that it's vital not to become too tight when looking into your shadows. Contrary to most people's beliefs, shadow work is not such a heavy and unsettling task as you might think. It becomes heavy only if you allow yourself to forget the central point, to get in touch with the essence of your heart in the midst of difficulty. Even if you can only sense your heart as the tiniest tremor amid a great backdrop of pain, that little seed is where you need to focus and be trained. Not on the darkness, but on the light. It's surprising how many people forget the simplest of truths and become bogged down in wading through the sludge of lower frequencies. To be yourself is to vibrate with the ideas of the cosmos inside you. It is to stand on the threshold, quivering with excitement at the dream pressing to come through you. When you're living from your core, no one can dissuade you from sharing your dream with the world. That quote is a great summary of what we focus on in gold mining. In our new warrior training adventure within the Mankind Project, we learn about the rise of this idea of the new warrior. And they say that the way of the new warrior is to be awake, to be healthy, to live life with integrity, to empower himself and others, and to live life with mission, and to evolve as a man through connection with other men. Here at Gold Mine, we want to continue the evolution of the new warrior by bringing forth the warrior of light. So often in our men's work, we fall into shadow worship, where we can't move past the depths of our shadows. The best use of shadow work is to shine light on the shadows and bring them into our conscious awareness so we can move through them. However, without the clarity and the focus on our mission to remind us of what we want to anchor and bring forth as a new way of being, the shadows will possibly remain just as they are. So how do we transition from wallowing in shadows to living life the way we're destined to live? Here's where we introduce the Warrior of Light, who affirms that every shadow contains a gift. And I'll say that again for emphasis, because that's a key takeaway. Every shadow contains a gift. The Warrior of Light is challenged to raise the vibration of his darkness by fully entering his shadows and unleashing the gifts inside. Anger and fear are used for his creative benefit, furthering his service to himself and to humanity. He jumps into challenges for their wormholes of growth and awakening. The Warrior of Light ends up going deeper into himself by using the energy contained within his shadow to fight for his higher purpose and provide juice for his mission. With the affirmation that every shadow contains a gift, the whole spectrum of light is included, from the deepest shadows to the purest gold. The same raw energy that puts us into a fight of struggle can be converted into honor just by aligning with our mission. We can be provoked into purposeless attack and reactivity, or provoked into dynamic creativity and conscious response. We can judge and put ourselves and others down, or judge to hold our integrity and raise others up. It's up to us to choose how we want to bring our light or our darkness into the world. It is our choice. An important concept to understand is that the energy of our light, our gold, is our destiny, and it will survive throughout our lifetime and beyond. Shadows, on the other hand, are all temporary. And I'll say that once again, just for emphasis. Shadows are all temporary. They may not feel that way in their depths, but all shadows are transitory by nature. In order to anchor this warrior of light in our lives, we have to begin by becoming clear with who we are and what we want to bring forth into the world. What's being called forth from us is going to challenge us in our lives. What is our highest mission? And what is the true essence that wants to flow through us? We dive into that within the Gold Mining Circle, within the Gold Mining Adventure Weekend, and all of the work that we do, and we claim what's true for us in the process. Thanks for listening.